And I think main component is you got to have good rubber for the ground.
Right, hence, what are we doing?
Changing the front tire here. Because as you can see, I mean, number one step, you got to get a mountain bike. Number two step, you need to properly wear out the tire. I feel like after some hard cornering, it tries to begin to look like this a little bit.
We love properly worn out tires.
Yep.
What are we putting on there?
Just this little guy. Little Bontrager XR4. I mean, it's not the tire I want nor deserve, but you know, when you're in a bind, you go with what works.
No.
Alright, we're gonna pop this sucker off. And it's been at least a year since we've done this, so I'm gonna set that guy down. I'm gonna let out a little bit of air here. You know, we'll just flatten her right on down.
Seems to take a while.
Yeah, apparently there's a lot more air in it than I thought.
Would it be better if you just cut the tire in half?
You could. Yeah, if you have a chainsaw.
Yeah, we don't have one where we'd use it.
Yeah.
We thought about the weed eater, but we decided to just let it out by doing what he's doing. I think isn't that what we decided?
Yeah, after much discussion.
Yeah.
The weed eater was the number one choice though.
It was, yeah.
Besides this. We didn't have any gas though, so couldn't get it started.
Yeah, because whenever you have a motor to start to change your tires, you always want to go that direction.
Weed eater first. And then second option, you can always just let the air out like this.
Yeah, very last option. You know, worst case scenario.
Alright, once you get down to a certain point here, most air's out, right? And hopefully you can start breaking the bead off on this thing. Yeah. Oh.
That bead's coming nice and easy.
Just kind of loosen her up, you know. Just make sure she's broken free, so that way it'll be a little bit easier to take her off. And then you got to get the tools. And always preferable to lay it down on the side that's not on the rotor, but you know, worst case scenario, just toss it on the rotor. I mean, do you have
Cut. We got the tools.
So main component, I think, are these little guys here. These ones are park tools, as you can tell. They're blue. Blue is high quality, typically. It's not an angry color.
Well,
if you use red, sometimes you can snap stuff.
Look at the red pump. Are you saying that's not high quality?
Well, it's just aggressive. You got to get aggressive with the pump.
I haven't seen form like this since the 60s, dude.
That was back before technology, when people had to do this just with steel and brawn. You know, and with this, it's more about finesse.
Okay.
So you stick that guy in there, right? You wedge it in this way, and then get under the tire, if you can. We're just gonna go like this, because we already got that one.
What's all that? What's all that goober?
Oh, a little bit of stands, bro. So this is a tubeless tire, and as you can tell,
it's ideal, right?
She's nice and old. That all the stands is dried up in there. That's how you know this tire's been abused. I'm just gonna roll it off. It's nice and easy.
With all the stands in there, it kind of makes it nice and
it's lightweight.
Lightweight. Oh, I was thinking it made it slippery, so the bead kind of slipped right off.
Exactly.
He's cleaning the bead up.
Depending on what you're doing and how it looks, you can always put new valve stem in there. That one looks fairly clean for the most part, so
yeah, sometimes they get stands all goobered in there and then they won't seal.
Yep, so I mean, if you're gonna take that off, you just unspin that, pull that out, put the new one down here in, and then
we're not
it back
do that
in.
because we're kind of more about conservations.
Right.
Conserving.
Yep. You gotta be eco-friendly, conserve where you can. Isn't that right, Amanda?
Oh yeah.
Little zip tie cutter here. It's clearly not a zip tie cutter, but it works like a charm.
Also a part tool.
All right, we'll get this tire out here, fold her on up.
Do you have to iron the tires at all, or?
I never have.
Okay.
All right, bro, now, let's see, which way is front?
Yeah, get the direction.
Right there, it says direction, bro. Going that way. The wheel goes that way, so it's gonna go that way. Because you want the direction going the way that the wheel is going.
What if you're going kind of, never mind.
Backwards?
Yeah,
You could put the wheel on backwards.
that's true.
That's probably optimal. Alright, now we're just gonna slip this guy on here. Just working it slowly around.
It's almost like you need a helping hand.
I mean, 2 people almost is preferable. You know, if you have 4 to 5, it's really the best way to do it. Once
That's
you get
true.
here,
That way, like, you can have a person lay down on the ground, and then you're not worried about your disc getting scraped or bent on the ground. You just
Right.
lay your wheel on that person.
exactly, instead of the ground.
And if that person has one of those neck donuts, it makes it even better.
Alright, now we're gonna go from the underneath side here. We're just gonna bend this guy right on up. Maybe. Alright,
And once you
halfway
hear that
there.
pop, then you know it popped on.
And we're just gonna pull her on out. Push her all to the edge of it. Now we gotta put our stands in there to seal the tire.
Okay. Now you
So you wanna shake
Yeah,
it.
shake it
Always
up.
read directions.
well, unless you feel like you're kind of above that, then you don't even need to do that, right?
Yeah, I mean, you can always wing it too.
Yeah. And
You know,
we're
winging
probably
it.
yeah, we're winging it.
Um,
We're pretty good at winging it because we're so used to it.
all right, so it says 2.5 to 4 inches. Perfect. Which
So let's
equates
put-
to 3 to 4 ounces. And right now we're sitting here at about 20. So we'll take her on down to about 16.
Did you say inches or ounces?
Both. It says both actually.
Okay.
So we're just gonna, looks like about 2 shots.
And I've noticed those come with measuring cups sometimes. Don't you just actually
Well,
use
just-
those in the kitchen
You could also do those.
most of the
yeah.
time?
Yeah, I
They're
just use those to
perfect for
cook with.
making bread.
I mean, 2
and
to 4
cooking
ounces.
potatoes.
You figure like 1-ish, 2, 3, 4. Looks good to me. Now we're just gonna start working our way around here.
Now this is the easiest part.
Very simple. And then you gotta kind of force this a little bit here. Be careful to hold close to the tire bead as to not break the tire iron here. And then you hear it just snap into place. Now we got a tire on, people. Now at this point, we're gonna just start to give her a little bit of air, you know? What we got there, let's put a little bit of air in here. Try to push out that bead, and then we'll end up rolling the tire around. Obviously, if you have a cartridge, CO2 cartridge, this works very, very easy. Or you can just do it the old-fashioned way.
And it's working.
You hear it seating into place. I like to personally just kind of start like mixing it around, getting the stuff set everywhere. I take her up to about 32, 34 psi. We'll just look right on around her. And that is how you change a tire. I like to wiggle it around. Just get the stands everywhere on it. That's done. We close that bad boy right on up. We find our valve stem cover. Right there. Always put that in a place that you can easily find it. As you can tell, I remembered right where it was.
Right, yeah, you want it right by the apple and the leaf all the time.
And just go right back on up into there.
I hate to say this, but I accidentally just stepped on one of your bottles.
Tighten that bad boy on up. And there you go. Brand new tire.